A glimpse into early Christianity, unveiling the Acts of Pilate. The Acts of Pilate, also known as the Gospel of Nicodemus, offers a unique window into early Christian beliefs and traditions. Excluded from the canonical Bible, this ancient text weaves a compelling narrative surrounding the trial and crucifixion of Jesus Christ. Unlike the canonical Gospels, the Acts of Pilate shifts its focus to Pontius Pilate, the Roman governor of Judea. The text delves into Pilate's perspective, portraying him as a more sympathetic figure torn between his duty to Rome and his growing belief in Jesus' innocence. This shift in perspective offers a fresh lens through which to view the events surrounding Jesus' crucifixion, raising questions about the motivations and actions of those involved. Through its vivid storytelling and alternative perspectives, the Acts of Pilate invites readers to delve deeper into the events surrounding Jesus' crucifixion. The Acts of Pilate presents a detailed account of Jesus' trial, expanding upon the narratives found in the canonical Gospels. The text emphasizes the legalistic nature of the proceedings, portraying Pilate as a meticulous judge seeking to ensure a fair trial. Numerous witnesses are called forth, both those accusing Jesus of blasphemy and those testifying to his miracles and teachings. One striking aspect of the Acts of Pilate's account is the inclusion of testimonies from individuals healed by Jesus. These witnesses, often overlooked in the canonical Gospels, provide compelling evidence of Jesus' divine power and his compassion for the sick and suffering. However, the Jewish authorities, led by the high priest Caiaphas, remain steadfast in their accusations against Jesus. They accuse him of blasphemy, claiming that he proclaimed himself to be the Son of God. As the trial progresses, Pilate finds himself increasingly torn between the demands of justice and the pressure from the Jewish authorities. Judas Iscariot, the disciple who betrayed Jesus, plays a significant role in the Acts of Pilate, albeit with notable differences from the canonical Gospels. The text portrays Judas as motivated by greed, accepting 30 pieces of silver from the Jewish authorities in exchange for delivering Jesus into their hands. This portrayal aligns with the accounts found in Matthew, Mark, and Luke. However, the Acts of Pilate offers a more detailed account of Judas's remorse and eventual fate. According to the text, Judas is overcome with guilt and despair after witnessing Jesus' condemnation. He attempts to return the 30 pieces of silver to the Jewish leaders, confessing his sin and expressing his belief in Jesus' innocence. The Jewish authorities, however, reject Judas's pleas for forgiveness, claiming that his betrayal was part of God's plan. Section 4. A gruesome end, conflicting accounts of Judas Iscariot's death. The death of Judas Iscariot, the disciple who betrayed Jesus, is shrouded in mystery and contradiction, with varying accounts presented in different biblical and apocryphal texts. The Gospel of Matthew describes Judas as overcome with remorse after witnessing the consequences of his betrayal. He attempts to return the 30 pieces of silver to the chief priests and elders, confessing his sin and declaring Jesus' innocence. However, his pleas for forgiveness fall on deaf ears, and he is consumed by despair. Driven to desperation, Judas casts aside the blood money in the temple and takes his own life by hanging himself. In contrast to Matthew's account, the book of Acts presents a different version of Judas's demise. According to Acts, Judas uses the blood money to purchase a field, which becomes known as the Field of Blood, or a Keldama. Section 5. Pilate's dilemma, the Roman governor's struggle with Jesus' fate. The Acts of Pilate portrays Pontius Pilate, the Roman governor of Judea, as a complex and conflicted figure. Unlike the canonical Gospels, which present Pilate as a relatively passive participant in Jesus' condemnation, the Acts of Pilate delves into his internal struggle, highlighting his growing belief in Jesus' innocence and his reluctance to condemn him. He repeatedly attempts to find a way to release Jesus, recognizing the flimsiness of the charges against him and sensing the presence of something extraordinary in the accused man. However, Pilate also understands the precarious political situation in Judea. Defying their demands could spark unrest and jeopardize his position as governor. Section 6. Beyond the canonical Gospels. The significance of apocryphal texts. The Acts of Pilate, along with other apocryphal texts, provides valuable insights into the diversity of beliefs and interpretations that existed within early Christianity. While not included in the canonical Bible, these texts offer alternative perspectives on the life and teachings of Jesus, shedding light on the evolving understanding of his significance in the centuries following his death. Apocryphal texts often focus on aspects of Jesus' life and ministry that are either glossed over or omitted entirely in the canonical Gospels. For instance, the infancy Gospel of Thomas recounts miraculous events from Jesus' childhood, while the Gospel of Mary Magdalene presents a more prominent role for Mary Magdalene as a disciple and confidant of Jesus. These alternative narratives challenge traditional interpretations and provide a more nuanced understanding of the development of Christian thought and practice. They reflect the concerns, beliefs, and aspirations of communities grappling with the implications of Jesus' message and seeking to define their place within the broader Roman Empire. See Section 7, Unlocking Hidden Truths, the Enduring Value of the Acts of Pilate. The Acts of Pilate, though not considered part of the canonical Bible, holds enduring value for both scholars and those seeking a deeper understanding of early Christianity. Its alternative perspective on the trial and crucifixion of Jesus, particularly its portrayal of Pontius Pilate's inner turmoil, provides a fresh lens through which to view these pivotal events. By delving into Pilate's struggle between duty and conscience, the Acts of Pilate humanizes a figure often relegated to the role of antagonist in the biblical narrative. It invites readers to contemplate the complexities of power, justice, and faith, challenging simplistic interpretations of good and evil. While the Acts of Pilate may not hold the same weight of authority as the canonical Gospels, its unique perspective and intriguing details offer valuable insights into the diverse tapestry of early Christian beliefs and interpretations.